Right now, ahead of next week's spring primary, we visit the city of Portage, asking residents there to decide how to invest in emergency services through a referendum.
Plus, new information about yesterday's deadly championship parade shooting in Kansas City and why police say terrorism is not a motive. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Tonight was the final chance people in Portage could get together to learn more about a referendum on the ballot during next Tuesday's spring primary election.
Well, the referendum deals with the future of fire and ambulance service there. Armand Rahman shows us what the city is asking voters.
Portage residents will return to the municipal building on Tuesday to vote on whether or not they want to pay for the Portage Fire Department to have its own ambulance service. According to Fire Chief Troy Haase, it's a question of how people want to be taken care of in an emergency.
We've had patients that have been critical and not had the correct ambulance in the specific amount of time necessary, and it hasn't worked out well.
Right now they have 1.5 ambulances staffed by Aspirus Divine Savior Hospital. The city and the fire department want to have their own EMS service they can operate. With 14 EMT paramedics who are also fire trained, 3 new ambulances, and a remodel of the fire station.
And so that's going to cut our response times for fire service for about 4 minutes. Which is a big thing for the city.
To pay for that, the referendum asks residents if they want to raise the tax levy starting in fiscal year 2025 by $1.48 million. If your property is valued at $200,000, that means you'd pay an extra $304 a year in taxes.
To bring command and control down to a more centralized level, I'm in favor of that. You know, I want good services, but I also don't want to break the bank.
The mayor of Portage, Mitchell Craig, says this is because Divine Savior Hospital didn't charge the city for ambulance service. But when they sold the hospital to Aspirus in 2021, the city got a bill for $450,000 the first year, $525,000 the second, and now they're asking for $710,000.
We would have to cut services in order to continue on with the ambulance service. We're not really sure, but it would be like snow removal service, park and rec services, large pickup services, taxi service for the city.
Aspirus did not return my request for comment.
I think it's really, you have to think what's important for your family.
If the referendum passes Tuesday, the fire chief says they will begin the new EMS service in January of 2025. Moving forward in Portage, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Well, the snow we saw overnight didn't prove to be too much of a hassle this morning, and the sunshine helped melt off what we did get.
There is no snow on the horizon, but temperatures will soon be taking a dip. Meteorologist Alex Harrington shares those details in the First One forecast.
Yep, Charlotte and Eric, no snow in the forecast, but yes, the dip in the temperatures we can verify. They're dipping right now as we speak. We've got 26 right now in Madison, 27 in Middleton, 27 in Verona. A little bit colder than where we were last night as that rain-snow mix was moving in. 28 in Boscoville, 30 in Janesville. A little warmer to the south where they didn't get any, or at least not as much snow as areas up towards Madison and a little bit further to the north received. Temperatures, again, they're colder than where we were last night, 10 to 20 degrees colder. We've got even colder temperatures coming in the forecast. Well, where did that snow fall? It did verify pretty close to where we said it would, along the Wisconsin River and then east towards Madison along I-94, where we had that widespread 2, 3, 4-inch amounts, much lesser amounts towards the Wisconsin-Illinois border, where we were mentioning last night would mix in with a bit of rain. For the rest of the evening, temperatures going down to 22 with clouds building in. We'll only do a high of 29 on your Friday, but that, for a reality check, is normal for this time of year. But just how cold our wind chills are going to become Saturday morning, I've got those bitter cold details in a couple of moments.
Tonight marks 1 week since 2 tornadoes touched down across parts of Rock, Dane, and Jefferson counties.
Well, they were Wisconsin's first ever February tornadoes, and it has forced Dane County to make some changes with its outdoor warning siren strategy. Tornado siren tests will now happen each month of the year. Before, no tests were done in January, December, or February. Another change is sirens will now activate every 7 minutes during an active warning, rather than just once at the beginning of the warning.
What we saw with the latest event was the tornado was on the ground for 25 miles. So 20, 30 minutes can pass without a siren, but people could still be in danger. And, you know, usually if people don't hear a siren for a while, they might think, okay, the danger is past, it's all good.
Now, if you're curious as to how many tornado sirens there are in Dane County, Joe Parisi says there are 141. Well, here's some hair-raising video for you. A vehicle used to remove snow off a parking garage nearly fell off the top floor in Madison this morning. It's known as the telehandler. The driver attempting to dump snow over the edge of the wall when the vehicle tipped forward on the Hill Farm State Office building parking ramp. The driver was able to climb out the back to safety. Not really sure how it didn't go all the way over. Madison Fire secured the telehandler to prevent it from falling off the edge. A tow truck was later called in. Crews were able to pull it back safely onto the roof. New information tonight on yesterday's deadly shooting after the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl championship parade. Authorities say at least 23 victims have been identified. That includes a 43-year-old woman who died. The other 22 victims injured range in age from 8 to 47. And tonight, new details are emerging about what led to the mass shooting that turned the parade from celebration to carnage.
CBS News' Charlie DeMar reports what else authorities have learned from Kansas City.
Police say the deadly gun violence during the Kansas City Chiefs victory rally appears to have been sparked by a dispute.
I want to stress that preliminary investigative findings have shown there was no nexus to terrorism or homegrown violent extremism. This appeared to be a dispute between several people that ended in gunfire.
Lisa Lopez Galvan, a 43-year-old mother of two and popular radio DJ, was killed.
We are still learning about her, but know that she is beloved by many.
The first time you meet her, you will become her friend. That's just who she was. If you are a person in need, she would try to do whatever she can to help.
More than 20 others were injured, most of them shot, including nearly a dozen children. Cameras caught the moment Kansas City's festive day turned into tragedy.
Suddenly, a crush of people came running at us, and someone was screaming, "There's shooting, there's a shooter."
Trey Filter was walking to the car with his family when he heard frantic shouting and sprang into action.
There's a huge commotion. People are yelling, get him, get him. I reacted without thinking.
As the investigation moves ahead, police want to speak with people who were in the area about what they saw and are urging them to share any cell phone video they may have. Charlie DeMar, CBS News, Kansas City, Missouri.
In Georgia, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis found herself on the opposite side of the witness stand from where she usually sits. Former President Donald Trump wants her disqualified from leading the Georgia election racketeering case against him. Trump's team alleges Willis financially benefited from a romantic relationship with her top prosecutor. In today's hearing, Willis became defensive when asked about her office objecting to a request for flight records on trips she may have taken with him.
You've been intrusive into people's personal lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
Willis is expected to resume testimony tomorrow. The judge said he will not issue any rulings on the matter then.
Well, back here locally, Wisconsin will have to wait longer before a plan to legalize medical marijuana is put in place. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says there will still be a public hearing to build support for passage next session, but that won't be until after the Assembly has adjourned for the year. The bill, considered restrictive, would limit medical marijuana to severely ill people. Just 5 state-run dispensaries would be able to sell marijuana. Also, new authorities in Richland County say they arrested a UTV driver who may have been intoxicated when his passenger fell off and suffered life-threatening injuries last night. The passenger, a 35-year-old woman, was found unresponsive but breathing near Cazenovia and was flown by helicopter to UW Hospital. The driver, a 25-year-old man, remained on scene. However, he showed signs of impairment when speaking to authorities. He was arrested and faces charges of operating a UTV while intoxicated, causing injury. The Cottage Grove Fire Department working to find out a cause of a fire this afternoon at a home partially under construction. Happened on Damascus Trail just after 1. One construction worker suffered minor injuries. These photos come to us from Christy Farnham. Fire officials say because the home had not been drywalled yet, the fire spread more quickly.
Residents at 2 Madison apartment complexes aimed at housing those at risk of homelessness are still struggling to find a new place to stay after they were told the buildings would close this spring. One of those complexes is the Tree Lane Apartments on Madison's west side, where 25 families remain as of today. They were informed of the upcoming closure 2 months ago. The city has been assisting them with finding housing. Earlier this week, the Common Council introduced a resolution to use more than $400,000 of federal funds to support these efforts. One resident says she appreciates that, but there's a better way to treat tenants.
You know, there was a lot of stuff going on, you know. I get it, but there's a way to do things, man. You just don't do nobody like this.
Both buildings have been listed for sale and are expected to close by May. Republican businessman Eric Hovde plans to run for U.S. Senate, challenging for Tammy Baldwin's seat.
The campaign spokesperson says Hovde will officially launch his campaign next week after months of preparation. Now, if the name sounds familiar, it's because he ran for Senate back in 2012, but lost in the primary to former Governor Tommy Thompson. Thompson would then lose to Senator Baldwin, who is now seeking a third term this fall. Since that 2012 race, Hovde has lived on and off in California. American Girl closing up in Middleton. Parent company Mattel announcing today the company is shutting down American Girl's corporate offices in Wisconsin. The move comes after Mattel investors asked the company to sell off the company as a way to boost share prices. American Girl was founded in Middleton back in 1986 by Pleasant Rowland. She sold it to Mattel in '98, but the company kept offices in the Madison area in Middleton. The majority of American Girl operations will happen now at Mattel's headquarters in El Segundo, California. In a statement, Mattel says the move was made, quote, to further align the company's talent, drive, innovation, and improve efficiencies.
Brand new at 10, it was a night full of trivia, music, food, and drinks, all in the name of cancer research at the Sylvie. Tonight's event was sold out ahead of time. It was put on by Andy North and Friends, which hosts a series of events every year to raise money for the UW Carbone Cancer Center. Also included was a silent auction. And since its creation in 2008, Andy North and Friends has raised more than $16 million to support cancer research. And if you were at trivia tonight, you may have seen a familiar face. News 3 Now morning anchor Leah Linscheid emceed the event. Still to come at 10, a spring training surprise for 3 pediatric patients who happen to be big Brewer fans.
Plus, a teacher shortage felt across the entire state. How Wisconsin is looking to keep teachers from going out of state.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings, going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Are you searching for a fresh career? Then join the team at Chalk D Building Systems. We're expanding, now with 2 Sun Prairie locations, and we're looking for individuals to join our team as assemblers, material handlers, order pickers, and machine operators. Chalk D Building Systems competitive pay starts at $22 per hour plus comprehensive benefits. 3 shifts are available with overtime potential, and you'll become part of our 100% employee-owned team. Make your next career move on the careers page at chalkd.com.
When you have moderate to severe eczema, it's okay to show off. With Dupixent, show off your clearer skin and less itch, because you have plenty of reasons to show off your skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, you can stay ahead of your eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first dose. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings, going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
On the next Live at 4, we preview the new superhero flick, Madam Web.
And a Wisconsin singer tells us what it's like to come back to Overture to perform in Les Mis.
Well, Wisconsin needs more teachers. The shortage we have felt in classrooms really in every corner of the state.
But some students are now taking it upon themselves to make a difference. News 3 Now's Chris Stanford shows us a couple of solutions to the shortage and a special eye on education.
I'm a person who doesn't like to be told no, I guess.
Avery Trudeau is the definition of determination. Her friends want jobs in business, law, and medicine. Avery dreams of being a teacher.
Every time I talked about wanting to be a teacher, it was met with negative comments, the pay, or just like, oh, how could you do that? Like, why would you want to spend that much time with kids?
Turns out she wasn't alone. How many of you, by show of hands, are seriously considering a job in teaching? Almost everybody. How many of you at some point had someone try to talk you out of teaching? Almost everybody. Wow. Last year, she started the Wanakee Future Educators Club.
It's something that I'm passionate about, and it drives me, and I care about it. I could talk about it for hours, honestly.
I think there certainly is a teacher shortage in Wisconsin.
Tom Owenby with UW-Madison School of Education knows full well how badly Wisconsin needs more qualified teachers. He points to the growing number of emergency teaching certifications, which have nearly tripled over the last 10 years.
The pendulum has swung in a sense where we don't have qualified candidates for even the positions we have.
Like Avery and the students in Wanakee, UW-Madison is part of the solution. The university's Wisconsin Teacher Pledge is picking up momentum. If a student pledges to teach in Wisconsin for 3 to 4 years, the school will pay the tuition. Since fall of 2020, 758 students had taken the pledge. 350 are now teaching in classrooms across the state.
If you can get teachers over that hump of the first year or two, they're much more likely to persist in teaching.
Once we started that process.
Back in Wanakee, the club is hearing about opportunities like Wanakee's teacher internship program.
I wanted to also have the skills to be a firm teacher, to
Organizers believe it's making a difference.
It makes my heart really happy to see students excited about talking about being teachers, because that's what I was like.
The club has nearly doubled in size since its first year.
I feel like we're changing the perception of teachers and teachers' responsibilities.
As for Avery, it appears she has a bright future ahead.
I don't know that she realizes the impact that she's made on the school, because this is going to trickle on way beyond her time here.
In Wanakee, Chris Stanford, News 3 Now.
In the fall, Avery is going to UW-Whitewater to continue her journey to become a teacher.
Brandon, Evan, and Malachi, we're excited to have you and your families come join us out at the ballpark and show you what it's like to be a big leaguer. Thanks to Aurora Healthcare, I'll be seeing you next week in Phoenix. Looking forward to a great time and getting to meet everybody.
Baseball season right around the corner. The Brewers start reporting to Arizona for spring training. They'll be joined by 3 boys who have undergone more than most can imagine. They've dealt with heart surgery, cancer, Crohn's disease. The trio thought they were going in for a doctor's appointment, but were surprised to learn they were chosen for an all-expenses-paid trip to spring training.
After the players said my name and heard the trip, I thought I was going to cry.
He's been through a lot with his heart, and he deserves it.
Like families will meet Brewer players, tour the clubhouse, even throw out the first pitch during a spring training game set for February 25th in Phoenix, Arizona. Sounds really nice right now. Although it's pretty nice today, Alex. The snow melted off, if you had some sunshine on it pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was pretty out there. A little bit of winter, a little bit of sun out there. Not a bad day. And remember, it is February, right? So we should be expecting snow and cold temperatures. And we've got cold temperatures in the forecast for 2 days before we warm right back up. With those wind chills, though, Saturday morning could be on the pretty chilly side. The snow we did have last night, we lined that up pretty well here in the First Warn Weather Team. The heaviest amounts along and north of the Wisconsin River over towards I-94. That's where we saw the more persistent 2, 3, 4-inch amounts in the areas down towards the Wisconsin-Illinois border where they snuck in a little bit warmer temperatures, a little bit of rain. They saw less snow to the south out there. No snow in the forecast anytime soon. The rest of the night tonight will dip down to 22 as we start off your work and school. And as we end the day, we'll do 29. 29 is exactly where we should be for this time of year. Let's track the clouds, though. There is a weather system further to the south. The snow should stay to the south, but the clouds are going to get us here in southern Wisconsin. few less clouds to the north means temperatures a little colder to the north. A few flurries, maybe sneaking Platteville over towards Darlington, towards Monroe around 5 o'clock in the morning, but not expecting appreciable snow tonight. What we can expect, filter sunshine on your Friday, temperatures where they should be exactly this time of year in the upper 20s to right around 30 degrees. Now, we haven't had this for a while. We've been basking in warm temperatures. We're going to be in bitter cold temperatures as we go into Saturday morning. 6:30 in the morning, the combination of temperatures around 10. Winds are 10 to 15 miles per hour, up maybe upwards of 20 miles per hour. It's going to feel like -8 in Madison, -4 in Janesville. The warm spot at 0. That's what it will feel like to your body, Prairie du Chien, on your Saturday morning. But then the temperatures switch. I always snap when we go through a swing here. Look at that. Temperatures right up to 50 degrees by the time we get to Wednesday. We cool off a little bit the end of next week, and then we're right back up to near 50 degrees. And if you want a first alert for, well, how warm is the end of the month of February going to be? Let's take a look at that, too. The Climate Prediction Center showing strong likelihood. When you get this deep of red colors, we've seen this over and over this winter of high probability, high chances of seeing temperatures above normal as we go out to the end of February. Recap of the 7 to 10-day forecast. Here's winter for 2 days on Friday and Saturday. Then we're back up to spring-like temperatures with showers. Wednesday going into your Thursday, not great chances for showers, but maybe a shower or two. And then as we head towards next weekend, we cool off a little bit, and then showers enter the forecast again next Sunday. Just looking at the weather models for next week, as we were just showing, above normal temperatures, looking warm and wet potentially as we go out into that following work week.
And coming up in sports, Caitlin Clark is a certified bucket. The basket that made her the all-time scoring leader is next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you quality name brand workwear and footwear because we get you. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard, we have great deals on your favorite rugged styles for spring. Right now, earn $50 in Carhartt bucks when you spend $200 on Carhartt gear. Men's Wrangler 5-star jeans, buy one, get one half price. And while you're in for workwear, save on new resealable bags of Blaine's mixed nuts or cashews, just $16.99. We get you what you need because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
The Bulls, Brands, and Barrels Tour returns to the Alliant Energy Center on Saturday, February 24th, 7 p.m. Featuring bull riding, barrel racing, freestyle bullfighting with a live performance by Ian Munson. Bulls, Brands, and Barrels, Saturday, February 24th, 7 p.m. Alliant Energy Center.
Habitat homes are not free. They're built and bought by hardworking families just like yours. Families with jobs, dreams, and a strong determination to create a better future. With stable homes, they can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life.
Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
Trains are coming to Madison, in miniature that is, at the 56th Mad City Model Railroad Show, February 17th and 18th at the Alliant Energy Center. Get caught up in 100,000 square feet of trains, clinics, and exhibits, with 300 vendor tables featuring train merchandise, toys, hobby supplies, railroad antiques, collectibles, and much more. Many door prizes and 4 train sets will be given away each day. It's a great entertainment value for the whole family, Saturday and Sunday, February 17th and 18th at the Alliant Energy Center. Save online.
Don't delay. The Brothers Maine President's Day sale is happening now. Save store-wide on top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. We have the area's largest selection and lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Lately, road games have been Wisconsin's kryptonite. The Badgers have lost 3 straight games away from the Kohl Center by every way possible. They've blown a big lead, lost in a blowout, and lost in a close one. Saturday against Iowa, they'll try to win their first road game since January 23rd. And after beating Ohio State earlier in the week, this group feels like they've got their mojo back.
We found like a new kind of energy. These past couple practices before Ohio State too, it was just completely different within the team. We were just having more fun with it, and now we're going here and we're looking forward to it with a different mindset.
I feel like on the road, last 3 games we weren't coming out right away and jumping on them like we usually do. I think we got our groove back against Ohio State, so we're back in that rhythm of jumping on teams right away. So Saturday will be different.
Caitlin Clark entered Iowa's game against Michigan 8 points away from breaking the women's all-time scoring record, and she did it her way. With the record breaker, a logo 3 in true Clark fashion, she finished with 49 points, which set a new Hawkeye record for most points in a game. The NCAA's new all-time leader is at 3,569 points and counting. Final game before the All-Star break for the Bucks. Deer taking on the Grizz, down 2 in the 4th, and Giannis turns defense into offense. The big fella goes coast to coast and slams it home. Game high 35 from him. Under 10 seconds to play now. They're down 3, last chance for the Bucks. And it wasn't Dame time. He throws up an air ball. Milwaukee falls 113 to 110. Wisconsin and Minnesota will renew their border battle rivalry this weekend when the Badgers welcome in the Gophers for another top 5 showdown in this series. And both teams enter on a roll. Wisconsin's last loss, December 8th to, you guessed it, Minnesota. And when it comes to these two, there's not much Mark Johnson needs to say to get his team ready to skate against that team up north.
Players, you know, they're locked in. I'm sure Minnesota's going to be locked in, and so when they drop the puck Friday night at 7, it's like, it'll be fun.
It's one of our favorite weekends. I think it's just like, you don't really have to prepare that much, like, in order to get, like, up for the game. You're just automatically, like, the second the last games are over, you're thinking about the Gophers.
High school boys hockey, Division II regional, Oregon hosting Stoughton, and the Panthers wasted no time in this one. Easton Linder cleans up the mess in front of the net to put Oregon up 1-0 just 62 seconds in. Then 3 minutes later, Andrew Jakey gonna get saucy, and then he goes top shelf for one of his 2 first-period goals. Panthers move on with a 12-0 win. We're back after this.
At the Century House, take 10% off our extensive collection of stressless recliners and sofas, or get $400 off stressless Max and Mike recliners in luxurious Paloma leather, or classic power base recliners in any cover. Plus, get 10% off the new Stressless Sky customizable luxury mattress. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford SUV. Like an adventure-ready Bronco or Bronco Sport. Escape to take on the everyday. Or Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. Get here to your Ford dealer. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose FlexBuy on a Ford Escape or Edge with 0.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash.
Another year of yo-yo dieting? Not this year. Hit reset and make a permanent change with permanent fat removal by Sono Bello.
With Sono Bello, day one, all my unwanted body fat gone.
These are my favorite pair of jeans that I couldn't even button up. Look how flat my stomach is. I couldn't believe it was just gone.
I saw the results immediately.
And this is the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
Real women everywhere are transforming their bodies permanently. Sono Bello is not a fad diet or boot camp workout. It's a simple, proven way to remove stubborn body fat permanently and in just one visit.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
If you are looking for physical results and positive emotional results, please run, don't walk to your nearest Sono Bello.
Ready to hit reset? Find out how you can save $250 off instantly. Call now or go to sonobello.com.
Hey Wayne, shopping for a new door?
I sure am.
This fiberglass door is really strong. We love ours. Do you need something more dependable?
Yes, something that's durable, dent resistant, knows how to take a hit, and is going to last for years.
We're still talking about the door, right?
Oh yeah, right, of course.
Right now, you can customize your home for 0% interest for up to 60 months when you place your order by February 23rd. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Bucks at Timberwolves, February 23rd on WISC TV 3.
Trump's lawyers are acting out so much at this point the judges have to come to court with a spray bottle. Down, 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 down.
Colbert's New with Billy Joel, tonight on CBS.
Well, who says Legos are just for kids? An upcoming museum installation at Philadelphia's Franklin Institute features art made entirely of Lego bricks. The exhibit fittingly called Art of the Brick. All of these creations, nearly 100 of them, come from artist Nathan Sawaya. Included in those creations are famous masterpieces like Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, Van Gogh's Starry Night. The Art of the Brick opens Saturday. It'll remain open through September 2nd.
Wow.
And Alex is back with the final check of our forecast.
Yeah, we get 2 seasons in the forecast. We get 2 days of winter on Friday and Saturday, then right back to spring-like weather as we go out into early next week. I know for folks that enjoy the winter activities, this isn't the best forecast for you, but temperatures approaching near 50 degrees, and we're looking at showers Wednesday and Thursday, and then we could approach 50 again by the end of next weekend.
It is.
Well, it's quite a roller coaster ride.
Yes, it is.
Alex, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.